things to another video. You might be like, Katie, why on earth are you wearing wellies on your mountain bike? Because it didn't rain at the weekend. No, I'm mad about that. I didn't get a chance to test out this Aldi £15 rain jacket. So I was like, I'll get out today and test it out. However, it's not raining. That's unusual for Manchester. So I'm gonna meet my friend Phil and we're gonna do the next best thing. And also, before any of you start making some wild suggestions, it's nothing like that. You sickos.
You look like
a fisherman. Huh? Uber
Eats.
Shut up. First thing with this jacket, I know it's not raining, but it is not particularly breathable. I am sweating like I don't know what in it. How stormy we're gonna make it? Pretty stormy.
Typical British winter.
Da, 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 da. In the name of testing out how waterproof this jacket is, I'm going to stand in the jet wash, and Phil has very kindly offered to provide the water source to give me a drenching. Like, it all sounds wrong. Recreate a crazy storm using the jet wash. So I'm going to zip it up fully, and the test afterwards, if it's waterproof, is I have a white t-shirt with a bright red sports bra, so if it gets any water on it, you'll be able to it'll stick to me, so you'll be able to see it. It's a very scientific test. Which one do you think? Cold winds, high pressure? I mean, let's test the pressure. I don't want to get knocked over. Oh no, start the fans, please.
Yeah, Scottish Johnson.
The fans?
I'm glad it is.
Crystal Maze.
Oh, right. Let's talk about it. That's ready.
Yeah.
What do you does? Ready. Katie. Ready.
I'm ready. I'm scared of water. So baggy. Like, look at this. Yeah. Okay. Oh, why is it brown? There's a lot to deal with, to be honest. That was an extreme test. However, if you saw my All Points North video from earlier this year, I'll link it below. I would say that it was pretty much about the same amount of rain. Not as much wind, but it was pretty wet. So the reveal of whether or not it worked. Yeah, that's, let me see. That's a pretty wet t-shirt. That was a harsh test. I think just in like a little bit of rain, it would have done it, because I tested it under the tap earlier and it kind of, the rain rolled off it, the water rolled off it. But that was kind of like, it's testing the zip. Do you think it's gone through the zip? Because it's not a waterproof zip. So it says waterproof on the website, but yeah, it probably should say water repellent. To make this a very fair test, Phil, how long have you had that jacket?
9 years.
So it's got, how much was it?
80 quid.
80 quid. So we're gonna, he's very kindly, come in. He's kindly said that we can do the same. Right, I'll get my revenge. You're a good sport. Right, so we're gonna test his jacket. And you've got a t-shirt underneath, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
Right, zip your sent up. I'm getting my own back. That is a fully waterproof system, isn't it?
Oh, come on.
I feel bad.
You don't feel that. I know you don't.
Right. reveal.
It's cold, but that's just where it came over the top.
What is... What? Okay, so mine is like... Oh, the back's not... To be fair, the back's not.
The back's alright actually.
I mean, the back's not wet.
No.
But the front... But I think that's the zip. I'm just editing this and watching it back, and I actually think the fabric of the Aldi waterproof jacket was better than we gave it credit for, because yeah, the back was completely dry, the t-shirt. So I think it's more the design that let it down rather than the fabric, because the design, there was quite a lot of gap around the neck to let water in, and then around the cuffs it was quite kind of loose, so like water was getting in that way. So I think when you compare that to Phil's jacket and generally more expensive waterproof jackets, obviously the fabric is going to be different, but the design, so the design of Phil's, like you could adjust the cuffs and it had a hood and you could zip it up higher, so the collar was kind of tighter and closer to his face and neck, which means that less rain would be able to get in. And I think that is what let the Aldi jacket down. So not necessarily the fabric, but the design. So just bear that in mind. So I think if you're using this jacket for commuting back from work and there's like kick up from the road, like spray, like you're not gonna get wet that way, but you will get wet from it entering, like, I guess around your neck and in your cuffs. So just bear that in mind. So okay, back to the video.
You test waterproofing by like effectively getting the fabric and then getting a piece of tubing and putting water through it, and then measure the amount of water that goes through over an hour, and then they'll give it a rating of like 10,000 millilitres of water can pass onto the fabric before it becomes not waterproof.
So what is this then? This is not got a rating, has it?
No, so normally you'd have 3 layers. You'd have a layer on the outer. I don't mean like visible, but the way it's constructed, you'd have like an outer layer which is like to deflect stuff, then you'd have a waterproof membrane, and then you have another layer on the inside. And the idea is to kind of like keep the waterproof out and let the waterproofing out and the moisture out from your body away. And if you've got a water resistant, it might just have like a DWR coating on it.
Which is what this is probably.
Probably like that stands for durable water pellet resistant.
Yeah. The weird thing with this though is I can feel like that top has dried off, but the inner layer is still wet through.
You need to think what you're going to use it for. You're going to be out all day, in which case you want something that's at least 15,000 for waterproofing,
yeah.
And then it goes up to like 20, 25,000. But 15,000, you're probably talking about something like this, 80 quid. And if you're just going out for a little walk and you just want to put it on as a little shower, you'll be alright with something 5,000.
Yeah. So if you're just like commuting, you'd probably be alright. Unless
yeah, the higher you go, the more protection you're going to get.
And do you wash that?
Yeah. I think I am.
Yeah, the Go one, I don't wash it.
I use Nick Wax. I use a green to get the dirt out of it,
yeah.
And then a purple which reproofs it as well.
Okay, so the verdict on this, what would you say?
15 quid, can't go wrong, but if you're going to be riding all day and it's going to be British winter, I'd probably invest the money.
It's your choice to do it, but I mean, like, have you got a water bottle on you?
No.
Use that and then just put it on over the top so you can see, because it actually it does roll off. Go on. Can you see that? Like, so it does.
You see it beading.
It's like beads off, and that's a DWR coating, isn't it?
Yeah. Just when the subject to so much water, it just gives up effectively.
Yeah. So if you're getting like a little bit of rain, I think it'd be alright. But I think if you're out in the middle of the dales or in the lakes, I don't want to risk.
Yeah. Be alright for like a summer, have it in your bag as a spare.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's quite lightweight, isn't it?
Yes, it's alright. And I like how bright it is. But
Uber Eats.
I do look a bit like Uber Eats. Thanks to you for like.
Getting wet.
You're not even bloody wet, man. Look at mine. Oh yeah, your trousers.
Put a coin in it and you can tell if it's head to tails.
I'll leave a link to this one if you do want it for commuting or just like shorter rides. Leave it in the link below. But I do think like when it comes to like warmth and like rain protection, like storm protection, essentially, I do think you get what you pay for. And it's not something that I would personally want to skimp on, because I've done it in the past, and once you're out and you're cold in the middle of nowhere, you're like, I wish I'd paid the extra. So yeah. Right, let me know if any other videos you want to see on kit, any reviews, and I will see you all next video. Subscribe to Phil's channel. I'll leave a link to that below as well. If I ever mention anything about a jacket, oh, what's its waterproof rating? Is it bust?
This valve is not the best.
Oh, blame the equipment, not the mechanic. I'm going to stand in the middle. There's a corn on the cob there. Look at that. Have you seen the corn on the cob? Why is it?
Oh, the things I do.
You're such a knob.